Good morning, Michelle Saxman here, and ready to share with you some time with Jesus Calling by Sarah Young on November the 15th. Approach problems with a light touch. When your mind moves toward a problem area, you tend to focus on that situation so intensely that you lose sight of me. You pit yourself against the difficulty as if you had to conquer it immediately. Your mind gears up for battle, and your body becomes tense and anxious. Unless you achieve total victory, you feel defeated. There is a better way. When a problem starts to overshadow your thoughts, bring this matter to me. Talk with me about it and look at it in the light of my presence. This puts some much needed space between you and your concern, enabling you to see from my perspective. You will be surprised at the results. Sometimes you may even laugh at yourself for being so serious about something so insignificant. You will always face trouble in life, but more importantly, you will always have me with you, helping you to handle whatever you encounter. Approach problems with a light touch by viewing them in my revealing light. Well, y'all, it's kind of really one big takeaway, and it's really brought to our attention here the culture versus the kingdom. And the culture behavior is when a problem presents itself, it is to take a quick hold, pit yourself against the difficulty, try to solve the situation. And I'm just going to remind you, force will be met with force. And so when you pit yourself against the difficulty in an attempt to conquer it, we create a battlefield around it, how our body then responds. And it says here, we are reminded the body will become tense and anxious. And what a gift this is that our body, and this, I've talked about this in the brain health world and how we are designed, this fight or flight and the rest and digest. And when we launch into fight or flight, how the body actually begins to respond, and the rest and the digest will shut down. And so you might not be sleeping quite so well. You might have knots in your stomach. The body is letting you know. Shoulders go up into our ears. We get these tense muscles, the clenching, the fist, the sweating. Listen to how your body is responding to the thoughts of the stress, the thoughts of the circumstance, the thoughts of the problem. And when you begin to notice the body acting this way, tense and anxious, he's inviting us to take this problem into the light of our Heavenly Father, to just wrap it up. I've referred to it, if you've seen the movie Inside Out, the Disney, I think it's Disney Pixar Inside Out. I absolutely love that movie. But as those little orbs of all these experiences, and there's the green marbles, if you will, and they're all these different colors. But I just kind of wrap up this circumstance filled with these emotions into one of those orbs, a little marble, and present it to our Heavenly Father. Allow it to bubble up into His light. Begin to see things from His experience. Acknowledge that there is going to be a lesson and a blessing just on the other side. So that's my big takeaway for today. You will always face trouble in this life. We're always going to have them. It's how we choose to respond. Are we going to just react the way the earthly culture tells us to kind of grab a hold, go into the battlefield, try to figure it out? Or are we going to have this light touch upon it, see things from His perspective, allow Him that little space to breathe life and light into us so that we can kind of reassess and take on the situation from a different perspective. So y'all have a super blessed day. Approach problems with a light touch. Be aware of how your body is responding to these problems and circumstances, how your body is going to go into fight or flight, what those responses. You are the expert of yourself. And so listening to how your body is responding, then going back to what are these thoughts that you're thinking? How can we take them to our Heavenly Father to shed light upon them? So you'll have a super blessed day. Stay connected to the vine, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.